Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, here we are, it's Tuesday, and I had to come and show you one of my little art treasures. Some of you guys may recognize this. This is a famous painting. It's by Matisse, Henri Matisse, and it's called Purple Robe. And it was made in the 1930s. Matisse was a modern artist. He was kind of impressionist slash post-impressionist, little expressionist. I don't think he ever fit into any one category, but anyways, this is a painting. I had been reading an article. It was funny, I was reading an article about fashion and home design, and they interviewed this lady. I don't remember where this was. It was in a magazine, and she had this picture in her house, and it was in the background of the article. And the writer of the article made a note. He said, oh, she had a beautiful Matisse framed in her house. And I saw this. I thought, oh my God, I remember this picture. I used to love this picture years ago when I was a kid. And I had seen it, but I never had a copy of it. And you know, as you grow up, you forget things. Well, seeing that picture brought back the memory. And I said, I must find this. Well, I found out it was Matisse, and it's called Purple Robe. So I got a copy. Isn't that amazing? Don't you love it when you rediscover things that, I don't know, that you forgot about? Well, this is one of my newest favorite art treasures, and I wanted to bring it here and show it to you. So this is going to be a prized artwork in my home. I had to come and share it with you guys. I was so excited. But here we are, and let me set that down. It's Tuesday. And that means it's time for messages from the spirit world. And I'm so glad you're here. You know, yesterday we had such a good time. We had horoscopes. And we went around our big zodiac wheel. And I gave horoscopes for the whole week. So if you didn't see that, check that out. That's a wonderful way to get some psychic help, okay? Well, today is messages from the spirit world, and we have a lot of new people here. So for the new people who don't understand, this is a weekly tradition. Every Tuesday I grab a bunch of letters. You know, people are so kind. They send me letters from all over the world, and I love to get your letters. And if you want to get in messages from the spirit world, by the way, it's free. There's no charge for this, okay? But please understand, I'm only one person. I get hundreds of letters, okay? So you can send me your letter either through putting it in the comment box below this video, or if you don't want to put it there, you can write to me at my private email at readings@robert-hickman.com. Again, I'll put the link to all of this in the box below, in the info box, okay? And send me your letters, okay? I can't promise I'm going to get back to all of you right away. As I said, I'm only one person. I get hundreds of letters, but I'm doing the best I can. And I really thank you for watching and for your patience and your wonderful support. So, yes, I am a full-time medium. For those, some of you have written and asked me, said, are you really like a real medium? Yes, I am full-time. I have my own practice. I'm a business in Alexandria, Virginia. And if you want to get on my schedule for a private reading, you can call my office at 571-483-2112. I'll put that also in the info box below. Or you can also write to me again at my website at readings@robert-hickman.com. And I'll also put the link to my website below. So yes, I would love to talk to you. You know, my private readings, just so you know, they're an hour long. We cover everything in a private reading. I cover past, present, future, past lives, spirit guides, messages from loved ones. You know, we talk about your chart, your soul journey, your life themes. And I also answer any questions that you have. So I cover a lot of stuff. It's an hour long for my private readings. But, you know, for messages, I answer a question for free, no charge, okay? So, you know, I'm glad you're here. Well, before we get into our letters, let's all just take a moment. Let's just center ourselves. Wherever you are, just pause. Close your eyes and let's attune to the spirit world. Okay. Isn't that wonderful? It's so good. You should do this every day. Just take a few minutes and center yourself. You can do it several times a day, but at least once a day. It'll really help you. All right, well, let's jump into our letters. Okay, our first letter is from Hunter Jumper. Hi, Hunter Jumper. Hunter Jumper, it says, Dear Psychic Bob, I love your videos. Thank you so much. I have a question for messages from the spirit world. Am I a medium? And did my grandmother, Beth, come through the pendulum to communicate with me? Hi, Hunter Jumper. You know, I have to tell you, when I step into your light, first of all, I get a very youthful energy around you. I feel like you're rather young. But, you know, age really has no bearing on psychic ability. But I do pick up around you a lot of purple light that tells me you do have a connection with the spirit world. I feel that this runs on both sides of your family. Actually, I get a branch of psychic energy on your mom's side as well as your father's side. So, yes, I do feel it is coming down to you. You know, in terms of your question about the pendulum, I do pick up that your grandmother is around you and has been speaking with you. So, yes, the pendulum's a wonderful way to connect with her. But if you're somewhere and you don't have your pendulum, just center yourself and talk to her. You know, the people in the spirit world, they can hear us. We think like, oh, they're far away. Really, the spirit world is just a dimensions difference between us and them. It's literally like just a thin veil, and they can hear through that veil and see us. And in time we get used to it, we'll see them and hear them. But, you know, I do, as I said, pick up around you purple light. I think you have some psychic ability. I also feel that you have a connection with animals. And I feel that you would be very good at doing psychic connection with animals, such as working down the road maybe as a pet psychic. And I also feel like you'll get messages from animals that are deceased. So if you have any beloved pets that you know you miss, just reach out to them, okay? I am picking up, as I said, your grandmother here around you. And I keep hearing her saying something like, yep, she's got it. Yep, she's got it. And I think what she's saying is that, and when she was alive, she was very attuned to spiritual things as well. I mean, she may not have called herself a psychic, but I think she definitely knew stuff. I think that she would tell people in the family things, and everybody would be like, wow, how'd she know that, you know? And I think she was got a lot of dream information as well. So I am picking her up around you. And, you know, I feel in your future that the spiritual work is going to be a big part of your life. And so, you know, you do have a psychic life theme. You know, your family around you may not understand that right now. You don't have to freak them out. Don't say, I'm going to be a psychic. You just know that in your heart that you have a connection, you have a calling. And as you get older, you'll be able to manifest that more fully. I might encourage you, Hunter Jumper, to also see if you can locate a spiritualist church. The reason why I say spiritualist is spiritualist churches are run by psychics, and they provide psychic training, usually for very inexpensively. You know, it might be $5 a class for psychic class. It meets once a week. And so for like $20 a month, you could have weekly lessons in psychic arts. I think it would be very good for you. Even though you're young, I feel that they're going to recognize your abilities and they'll work with you. Now, if you can't find a spiritualist church, I would also say read all the books you can. Look up spiritualism and read about the early history of spiritualism. You can also write to the National Spiritualist Association of Churches, NSAC, and they'll provide you reading materials and lessons that you can also study at home in the event that you don't have a local spiritualist group. Okay? Anyways, I hope that helps you. Let me know how it goes, all right? Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Velvet Sunflower. And Velvet Sunflower writes and says, hello, Psychic Bob. Love your style. Thank you, dear. Was wondering what direction to go. I feel so trapped. Actually, for a long time. Thank you. You know, hon, I have to tell you, when I step into your frequency, I get a few colors. I'm getting a dark blue light around you. And then I get a beautiful, rich, vibrant sky blue light around you. Then I get some orange light around you. This dark blue light tells me that you've been struggling with depression. And I can feel the blocked energy. I don't think you've created it. I think it's a you know, a struggle that you're dealing with in terms of moving on. You have two life themes that I'm picking up around you. One is a communicator life theme, and one is an artist life theme. And that might be a little surprising to you. But I'm being shown that if you take your creative energy and work with that, that's where success is for you. I feel that it's not so much seeking a job right now as much as it is developing your own business. And I really feel that you could do that very successfully. As an artist theme, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to paint or sculpt. I do feel you have a connection with the visual arts. You might explore photography. You might explore like even doing photojournalism where you take pictures and sell them to news agencies. You'd be very good at graphic arts and development as well. I feel you could develop websites. I just see you having a lot of talent that's creative, that's visually oriented. The blue light tells me that you are very much a communicator as well. And I think that in your future you will do some writing as well. And I think you'll even have a book out. So this is a time of transition. I feel that the month of August, end of August and beginning of September is kind of a turning point for you, because I see at that time you making connections with people that are giving you an opportunity to do some work. Could be something like photography, like they want you to come and photograph their wedding, or they want you just to do a portrait of them. But I want you to be open to visual arts and, you know, writing as well. I think this will start to open doors of energy for you that's going to move you forward, okay? Because I don't see you staying in that stuck position a long time. I do feel that that energy through you that's coming into you, that's moving through you, will break you out of this holding pattern, okay? So start thinking along those terms. I want you just, even if you think I'm crazy, just humor me and explore it, okay? And then let me know, okay? God bless you, dear. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Michael Glenn. Hello, Michael. Michael's a longtime viewer here. Michael writes, says, "Hi, Psychic Bob. I'm curious about my career situation. I keep seeing butterflies and hearing about transformation. Is there anything transformative for me in my career?" Yeah. You know, Michael, it's interesting. When I step in your vibration, similar to Velvet Sunflower, I'm getting a lot of blue light around you. Definitely means communicator light. I get also some green light around you, that I feel that through gifts of communication that you would have the ability to bring healing to people. I think you're going to be very successful if you focus on things like doing life coaching work or transformation seminars where you help people open their hearts to new beginnings. I feel you have very strong spiritual energy around you, very charismatic power. I think you could help people have breakthroughs. And so I feel like there's going to also be, as I said, communication, like such as writing around you as well. And I feel that you may eventually write a book that develops into a lecture or seminar series. And I would say be open to that, because I am seeing around you a lot of power. So when you say I'm seeing butterflies, that is literally the sign of transformation power. And I think that not only is transformation for you, it's going to be for people that you encounter, that you bring transformation to them. So explore certifications in life coaching. You might want to look at counseling certification as well. You know, like psychotherapy, social work, things where you're in a counseling role. But I actually see you being beyond just a clinical counselor. I see you more in a seminar, like where you're going and teaching seminars to groups of people. And I think you would be amazing. And I think you could help a lot of people have breakthroughs. So anyways, I want you to explore that. Let me know what you think. Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. Oh, in terms of timing, yes, I forgot to answer. You know, when I see this, actually, I'm being shown September, October around you. I think it's when it gets just a little cooler that those doorways open, particularly in schooling. I feel that there'll be some money also available for scholarships to take some classes or get certifications. So I want you to look into that. Start that now, and by September, I really see you being underway. Okay. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Aphrodita. Hello, Aphrodita. Aphrodita writes this. Hi, Bob. Will I and my boyfriend get back together? He is a wonderful soul. We began a relationship, but he soon began to tell me I should leave him. He's younger than me, and I feel that he is insecure. Will we continue our romantic relationship? Hi, hon. I have to tell you, when I step into the energy around this, I keep seeing around your boyfriend a gray light and pink light. What this tells me is that he's feeling disconnected from his higher self. Not only is he physically younger than you, I feel he's a younger soul. I also see fear around him. I feel that he's carrying issues, abandonment issues. This goes back to his childhood, I believe. And so I feel that he's afraid to enter into connections with people because he has a lot of pain there and he needs healing. I have to be honest with you, at this time I don't see you and he working out very well. Even if you get back with him, I feel that he's going to repeat this pattern. I feel like he'll pull back. And so I'm not feeling this is the right time for you and he to be together as boyfriend and girlfriend. And I'm sorry to say that I don't pick up that he's a bad person or anything like that, but I feel that until he does his healing, he's not going to be in a place with you for a relationship. And I think to kind of force that issue is going to make it worse for him and for you. If you want to help him, I would encourage him to seek some counseling to understand his underlying fears. And I feel this goes back to childhood. There's some abandonment issues and some other issues there. But until he gets help for that, he's not going to be in a relationship with anybody. And so I say that because even if you hear, oh, he started dating someone else, hear it from me, that relationship won't last either because he has a lot of work to do before he's ready to be in relationships. So I'm sorry to tell you that I don't see you getting back with him. But know that you can still be an influence in his life. I do think he's a good person. I think you could be friends. And I think you want to focus on getting him help rather than worrying about a relationship with him right now, okay? Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Our next letter is from Gloria Miller. Hello, Gloria. Gloria Rich says, hi, Bob. I'm currently not working. How soon will I find employment? Should I go back to the classroom? You know, Gloria, I have to tell you, when I step into your frequency, I'm getting beautiful yellow, shining yellow light around you. It's almost golden and a lot of orange light. Yellow light tells me that you definitely have an educator theme. And even though it sounds like you've left teaching, I do think you should return to it. Now, let me add a caveat to that, though. I don't see you going back to just the standard schoolroom, like working in the public school or college. I don't think that's where you belong. You have around you also orange light, which tells me that you also have a lot of artistic energy. And I feel that if you were to explore more in the studies of art, you would have greater success. And I can see you teaching, but it's more in the area of like working in art therapy. For example, working at a nursing home or a home for invalids where you help people discover themselves through art and bring healing to them. I think you're a very gifted person, and I think that if you would explore working in the arts and combining that with teaching, that's where you would have a lot of joy and a lot of success, okay? So, you know, I feel like in terms of money for you, though, I keep seeing end of August. I feel like this could open very quickly. And even if you're saying, well, I don't have an art background, I want you just to to explore this, because I feel like you would be able to go into a job at that time around end of August where you might even start out as a teacher's assistant, and they may let you start taking over and doing stuff. But you definitely have a gift of teaching, and I think that's where you'll find greatest success and joy. But again, as I said, it has to be in the right area. So explore art therapy, art teaching, artistic endeavors, things in that area, okay? Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is Nigella for me. Hi, Nigella. Nigella writes this. Hi, Bob. My son Josh, who is 33 years old, wants me to write to you and ask you what you see around him in terms of money, relationships, work, etc. Thank you, Bob. Your words help so many people in more ways than you know. Oh, Nigella, you're sweet. Thank you, darling. Well, you know, I have to tell you, when I step into Josh's vibration here, I get a few different colors. I'm getting some dark blue light. I'm getting some red light. I'm also getting some beautiful green and white light around him. Dark blue light tells me that he's struggling with depression, and it may be worth his time, at least short term, to explore working with a doctor, perhaps even getting on some mood stabilizers or antidepressants. Now, I have to say, I don't see that as a long-term condition. I think that it's more situational rather than, you know, inherent to his body. I don't think he has abnormal brain chemistry. I think he has what I call situational depression. And that's been allowed to kind of roll and snowball, as they say. He also has around him red light, which tells me that he's suffering from some sort of trauma, such as post-traumatic stress. I feel he's also turned that inward. He has some fear and anger around him. And I think working with the therapist would help him release his fear. I feel fear is what holds him back. It's almost like he wants to succeed, but then he gets scared. And I don't say that in a critical way. That's not a judgment. It's a natural reaction, because I feel like he's been through so much in the last 3 years, particularly, that it's hard for him to see the path straight. I do pick up where I'm also said green light and white light. Green light tells me that he's getting some healing, so I do feel the spirit world is healing. But he's got a lot of white also, which tells me that the spirit world is giving him power to also heal others. And I feel that if he would start to focus on the healing arts, this is where he'd have a lot of success. I would like him to explore working in massage therapy or even Reiki. I feel that he has a great gift of channeling healing power. The white light around him tells me that he's starting to open his mind to new beginnings. And I feel like the spirit world is leading him. So I'd like him to focus on exploring, maybe taking classes for healing, explore massage therapy, licensing/training/licensing program, some Reiki. Might even extend that into chiropractic studies. But I see him working with people and doing physical healing as well as energy healing. And I think this is where he would have literally a new start in his life. So I'd like to put that out there for him. I do see the struggle, but I see a great growth here. And I think that as we go later in this year, September through the end of the year, things are going to start to open for him. And I feel like there'll be money around him, particularly for schooling. So I'd like him to explore a program in the healing arts. I think that would really bring him really a new start and give him a lot of power, okay? Hope that helps. Well, gosh, guys, that's all the time I got for letters today. But you guys are rocking. Thank you for being here at Spirit Chat. I love you guys. By the way, if you get a chance, oops, I don't know where I put them. Here they are. I've got so much stuff on my table here. Pop over to my website, robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link in the box below. And pick up some summer reading. I've got books over there, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom, Messages from Rose, and a few other books that I think you'll enjoy. So check it out. Well, you guys are the best. Thanks for being here. We'll be back here tomorrow for Wiccan Wednesday. And tomorrow, we're going to talk about one of my favorite mystical people, Doreen Valiente. That's a picture of her. She was one of the original founders of Wicca in the Western world. She worked with Geraldine Gardner. Amazing person. We're going to talk about her life and her works and some of her magic. Be here for that. All right, guys, listen, I love you. Sending you my blessings. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. By the way, like this, favorite, hit subscribe, and be part of our channel. We'll see you back here tomorrow, and until then, may you always blessed be.